Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to another brand new video. And should I say, welcome back to another brand new video. And today's video, well, just want to bring you guys into some of a Mario theme. Mm, Well, seems to be quite interesting with a Mario theme. Well, interesting. Interesting that it's always been said for that. Now, anyway. Before we do start this video, give this video a like and comment, subscribe the bell to be notified, and plus, just want to let you all know, in fact, by the way, something about that just happened with Nintendo. I just figured something happened. It's only just about the actor that was gonna be talked about, so good for me. I just came into this situation and be talking about this. So anyway, before we do get straight to business, or should I say get straight into the details, is about all that. Now, anyways, how am I going to explain with this, by the way? How am I going to explain? Well, let's just say that we're going to all explain about is the actor known as Charles, Charles M, exactly, which I cannot pronounce his last name or get a little bit his name right, but a little bit. I'm just going to go with Charles. So, yeah, pretty much I'm going to go with Charles. So yeah. So about Charles, by the way, is I just want to let you all know is that yeah, Charles was the voice actor behind Mario and other characters that was involved with this with Nintendo characters. So yeah, just want to say I want to thank you, Mr. Charles. By the way, I want to thank you to Charles very much for doing each and every voice that Charles had did. Pretty much did a very great job. And I do have to say from that individual, by the way, I have to say from that voice actor, really actually brings into a lot of good respects, which I mean, I'm pretty actually okay with this actor. I just have to say that Charles did the amazing voice I had ever witnessed. And plus, how do I know that? Well, how do I know that exactly? Well, the only thing I do want to say, by the way, and absolutely just want to come in and just say, by the way, is I do want to thank you to Charles very much for voicing Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach, Donkey Kong, Wario, Waluigi, Daisy, Rosarina, Bowser, Bowser Jr., and every other character that was in the Super Mario brothers. And I do want to say thank you to Charles for doing all those voices, and I actually come to respect for that man very much for doing all those voices in the games, which I have to say he did a very incredible job. Which I mean to me though, it's actually pretty good, and just to see how awesome that he came through to do all those voices for those years. Which I mean seriously, I actually kind of want to actually was kind of appreciated. And I mean, yeah, I have to say that, Charles, you did a very great job, my man. You did a great job. I mean, I might have to say Nintendo actually did a very kind of a good job with that too, by the way, since, it's been the years all the way from back. Since everybody actually did notice about the Super Mario Brothers 64 that was currently in the game before Charles was in the ring. Exactly. Pretty much from being in the first exactly like doing like the first appearance by doing every other voice characters of Mario, which I very absolutely love the fact that he does very great voices from the characters itself, which I mean, gotta give it to him. He actually really did like something good to that. He really did. Which I am actually gonna say this for once, by the way, and just explain exactly. It's just that just want to explain is that he did a very very great job, like the very great job that he ever did. So, just want to say, in fact, that yeah, he actually did a great job. And also, even though I'm gonna have to say about the Mario voice, man, I just love the fact that he does the Mario voice by saying was "Woohoo! Mario's #1! Woohoo!" I love the voice that he did that. I mean, he did that voice. I mean, my God. I was very talented. Very happy to see how he did that first impression after when it was all the way to the flag. And also, I loved when he does all those Mario voices. Like, he just does like the one Mario character by every other character, makes it absolutely amazing of a smackdown. I just love how he does every voice on every turn. Even though I'd say again that all those voices were amazing as hell, and I do say again, I thank him very much. Thank for the man, and I absolutely have to say, even though I'm going to play a bit of Mario games, even though that he is leaving, by the way, for doing his last role from Nintendo, I think. So yeah, I think that's when I might say that I might play some Mario games at this time. I just want to let you all know that maybe again that I might try to go and play some Mario games that were definitely on the Wii and Wii U itself, by the way, which I would definitely would love still continuing to do that. Even though that Charles did a very great voice, by the way, he has like the very best talented Mario voice that I ever heard, and I love the fact that he just like brings that character to life, brings Mario everywhere. I love the way I'd say that. I'm just like a big Wario fan and a Toad fan. That's all I am exactly. It's just a Toad and a Wario fan. But I was so at the very point that Mario was like the greatest inspirement I had ever seen. To most of every voices that I was inspired very much from hearing that. I love the fact that he brings into something very positively amazing, just brings something good on the table. Like each time on the table. So anyway, that's all I have to say, and that's just my proof of me talking about this. By the way, a little bit of the fact that even though he's leaving exactly, then I hope to say was that hope he had a good ride. Exactly, which was from Charles, which I have to say that he had a good ride, a good trip on the road. I'd say that he did a great job. Pretty much like doing like everywhere on the road. I mean, he did so well. By every Mario voice, Luigi, Toad, and all the characters that were included, he still brings it to good. I love the fact how Charles did so good. Even though, happy birthday, man, happy birthday, even though that he's 66 or whatever or 60. But again, I just have to say that, man, he just did like all that for so many years. Like, I mean, I was inspired. I was kind of inspired by Charles's impressions. That's why I was inspired to do those kind of voices a little bit. Not from his being copied, but only mine's differently. Mine is differently. I was going like say was, "Hello, everybody. It's me, Mario, number one." And then I would go with Luigi by saying was, "Oh, hello everybody, it's a me, the Luigi." Yeah, that's pretty much how I did those voices. Just a little bit of my own voices, but not Charles. I have to say Charles was a great performance. I'm not gonna lie, but his was good. I mean, talented or enough, I'd say that's just still talented. So anyway, that's all I have to say. Is hope you guys enjoyed this little excitement, and also, even though I'm gonna say is this, by the way, just letting everyone else also know, by the way, is just saying in fact is that even though that that Charles was gonna do the movie Mario thing, I'd say that he was the one playing the Donkey Kong one. I mean, bro, I just love that character that just finally was in the theater. Which I mean, I have to say, not gonna lie, I might talk about a little bit of the S- movie Sonic, movie Sonic 2, and movie Mario. I may talk about those a little bit in the future, maybe. That I might actually talk about that stuff. I might get on with that. But to me, I haven't really jumped into most of that collusion yet. But if I may get the time to rewatch that again, then I may real tell the answer just to say like make guess answers, just make guess answers, not just like to make things incorrected. Even though I might have to like say what amount of the judge I have to say what role was good or what role was bad, then that's when I might have to judge or just might have to speak on the facts that, again, Second Amendment, that's all I'm gonna have to say. It's just that answer and that's just it. So anyway, I have to say that Charles, you will be missed, my man. You will be missed. Even though that you were pretty much with Nintendo all those years, I'd say again to you, man, you had one heck of a ride. A very great ride. Which I hope people are going to say is that they're going to support you, which I hope you actually are amazing. Which I have to say, congratulations to Charles for all those years, for how many times that he's been playing the Mario games for much years that everyone inspires him. Which I have to say, he was very good. I mean, I'd say, to my opinion, he was amazing. So anyway, with that being said, thanks very much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like, comment, subscribe, and be notified. And my name is the Joker of the Great Laughing Man. Even though that you guys can see the walls a bit different because due to me that I had to move to a hotel. So yeah, but just because due to the floor exactly at the old floor exactly, that's just like just around like my grandma's or whatever. But that's just kind of the reason why I moved to the hotel. I think we're supposed to like just wait until like the floor is already done, but I think that's might be the answer. Now, anyway, without that being said, thank you very much for watching. So, anyway, I have to say, what was the best thing that he did was so cool. So, yeah, I mean, again, though, that's all I'm gonna just say is that Charles, you'll be missed, my man. You'll be definitely be missed. Even though that again, that I'm not talking about that he's gonna die or anything. I'm talking about that he's on like the 60s, just on 60s. But I have to say to Charles, he was a very great performance. He was like a great performance man, like a very great performance. Like even hell, I have to say, he really just like I mean, just really, I have to say that he put into something very amazing. Like, yeah, I mean, pretty amazing. Very, absolutely amazing. So, anyway, that being said, thank you. And I hope you guys enjoyed the ride with me talking about this, by the way, because, just want to say from Nintendo actually did a little bit of alright impressive thing, by the way. I mean, back in the day, Nintendo did pretty bit successful. I mean, not gonna lie, Nintendo was pretty successful back then. Around the 64 game of the Super Mario 64, I was very inspired. Even hell, I have not even played that game yet, which I already was practicing a little bit since I actually again was practicing it. When I was at a friend's house. By me playing the 64, which I mean, if I would have gotten the 64, I mean that would have been cool. But to me, who knows? I mean, who knows, for example, if I might try to get it. But again, those are the options that might well be kind of a bit differently answered. But who knows again? I mean, really, again, who really knows though? I mean, again, who really knows at the point? So, anyway, without that being said, thank you, and I'll be sure to see you all upon next time. And also, sign out, everybody. Sign out. And one more last thing, Charles. You are amazing. And plus, you were the best voice actor that you could do in Nintendo. So I have to say, thumbs up, 10, Ultra 10. That I have to say, that man is a legend. Who did Mario? Very legend. So anyhow, without that being said, thank you. And without that being said, is I'll be sure to see you all upon next time. And my name is the Joker of the Great Laughing Man. Ha 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 ha. Or should I say, or whatever I was going to do, what kind of laugh I was going to do, but whatever. Anyway, without that being said, I'm the Joker of the Great Laughing Man. So, without that being said, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, the bell, be notified. And without that being said, signing out and see you guys next time. And also, be sure to definitely thank Charles, who did the amazing Mario voices, the legendary, like, very, very legendary. That done very incredible. So, without that being said, thank you. And that's just my opinion that I just like how Charles did a great job. And also, I'm just thinking Chris Pratt. Oh, I might actually will talk about that a little later if I actually will get time about me talking about the movie Mario one, which I may actually will sometime talk about a little bit, but not close as I might talk about that yet. But we're only thinking Charles, by the way, who done the very exact good voices that he did. So many of those great voices. Anyway, that being said, sign out and see you guys upon next time. Sign out, everyone. Signing on out. And we thank you very much once again. Bye bye, everyone.